Thank you, everyone, for having me here today. I'm really excited to talk about my favorite subject, which is networking. It might not be all of yours, and I think based on Eric's talk, it's mostly not all of yours, so thank you. So, one time I was out of work for 2 years and 3 days, but who's counting, right? 2 years and 3 days, and it was really hard to find a job. And I did what I thought was everything right, and it turns out it was everything wrong. And about a year and a half into my job search, I said, I'm doing everything wrong. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do it differently. And in 90 days, I had 60 meetings and 30 offers for positions never posted in an industry I had no experience in. And that's when I said, oh, this job search thing is really easy. People are just going about it the wrong way. So I wrote a book called The New Job Search, the practical, tactical way about how I went and found a job. One of the things that happened during that time was I got invited to speak to a lot of groups about the job search. And I really enjoyed speaking, but the problem was nobody really wanted to, no major corporation wanted to hire you to speak when your only book was called The New Job Search because they were afraid of the message they were sending to their employees. So I thought, what can I do? I need to write another book. What can this book be? So I was on the airplane one day, sitting next to this guy, Jim, and I started asking him about his business, and he was asking me about the book I was writing. And I said, so Jim, answer me this. How many people in your company are responsible for revenue generation? He said, 200. I said, well, how many people are at your company? He said, 2,000. I said, let me ask the question a different way. How many people at your company should be responsible for revenue generation? He said, well, I guess all 2,000, right? So that's the premise of the book, and that's what the book's all about. But you can't just say, hey, go forth and network. All you people need to be intentional about building relationships and therefore accelerating the growth of your company. You can't just tell them, go forth and do that, because the results might be a mixed bag. So you need to give them the practical, tactical ways in which to do that to help them be intentional about relationship building and therefore accelerating the growth of your organization. Now, we're going to talk a lot about networking and relationships, but let me see what kind of group I'm working with. All right, the handshake. Now, I'm going to talk about your handshake. And a lot of you might be sitting here saying, who are you to talk about my handshake? Who are you to critique my handshake? Because I'm going to test a few of you. I've met so far maybe about 100 of you, and I can count on one hand. Better make sure I leave the right fingers up. How many great handshakes I've received since I've been here. So again, you're wondering, who am I to say whether your handshake's great or not? Well, first of all, I'm on the stage talking about it. You're not, so that makes me an expert. Secondly, you'd be amazed how often your handshake is talked about in the women's restroom. Did you shake that guy's hand? Oh, yeah, I did. That's creepy with a capital C. Absolutely. So just here's what I want to do. I want to make sure your handshake is perfect, quality, professional, and so I'm going to test a few of you. Who has a phone where we can time something? Who can put 3 minutes on time? 3 minutes, all right? So don't start it yet. Who's timing? Who's going to do that for me? Right here. Okay. Don't start it yet. Give me a second to get out there. But I'm going to go and shake hands in 3 minutes. Let's go for something aggressive. How many good handshakes am I going to get in 3 minutes? 5. Maybe. All right, but let's go for 5. That's a good goal, okay? So here we go. Go. All right, hi, nice to meet you. No, okay, next. Definitely not, all right. Horrible, okay. All right, we're shooting for 1 at least. Our goal is 5, let's go. Okay, no, you know what you did? Stand up. So she gave me the secret handshake for this fraternity and sorority. She put your finger right there. So just keep in mind, there's a lot of people in that society. Okay, no, that was not good. And you didn't even, hey, try that one more time. No, okay. All right, let's see. No, okay, shooting for, he's in the same sorority. Okay, all right, let's go. She probably, yeah, you shouldn't have tried. All right, next. Yeah, no. Okay, Kurt, I have same fraternity. All right. Let's see what you have. Okay, that didn't work at all. Shoot, we're still looking for one. How much time do we have left? One. We're at one. What's next? So read the book. So this book, The Networked Organization, I have, it has all these practical tips and techniques. Think about your organization. Again, you need to think about being intentional about relationships. Get everyone in the organization intentional about relationships. And if you have 50 people in your organization, if everyone in the organization could identify one new opportunity per year, that's 50 new opportunities per year. Maybe they do it every 6 months. That's 100 new potential opportunities. If they do it more, that's even greater. But think about what your organization could do with 10%, 20%, 30% more opportunities. Maybe you'll have to hire more people. Wouldn't that be great? And close better and make sure that you're accelerating the revenue and the growth. But think about, how do I equip every person in my organization to be intentional about networking, to be intentional about our brand, to really know what a good customer looks like and how to identify it? Because every person has a family member, has a neighbor, used to work somewhere else. There's all kinds of opportunities. They don't need to be doing all this, quote, traditional networking. They're out and about every single day. And so it's a question of, when they're out and about, have them be more intentional about when they're out and about. And the book talks all about that.